Don Lemon, the church invasion, and his arrest. We have the indictment right here. Let's get into it. On January 18th, 2026, Nakima Armstrong and Chauntry Allen were on Instagram when they posted a little Operation Pull-Up, inviting people to meet up to form the resistance to get ICE out now. They end up, as a result of the flyer, some people, they all meet up at this grocery store parking lot, Cub. So they're meeting out in the parking lot, and there's some other people there, Kelly, and of course, Don Lemon. And when they're there, they're talking about what they're going to do and how they're going to go into this church and form this resistance and let their voice be heard and express that they need ICE out. And they end up going to this church called the City's Church. It's a coordinated effort. We all saw what happened. They get in the church, they're in the aisles, they're yelling and screaming, they're talking about the stuff about ICE out now. It was a pretty big deal. People went pretty nuts about it. Three main issues for Don Lemon. Is he a part of a conspiracy? The government's going to say, listen, he showed up to that parking lot. He was doing a live stream, and he was even participating so much where he was telling his followers like, hey, we can't give up the secret location. We can't tell them everything that we're going to do. Don Lemon's going to point to the fact, it's like, what are you talking about? I'm just there to film things, to report on what's happening. I'm not actually participating in this. I'm along for the ride. That's one of the classic defenses in a conspiracy case. The other issue that the government's going to have to prove is that he physically interfered. And if it's part of the conspiracy or aiding and abetting, that he was there to help them to physically interfere. The government's going to point out to the fact these people that were in that church, they were blocking the parishioners. They were filled up in the aisles. They couldn't get out. It was difficult for them. But if you look at the video, people can get up and it looks like they're able to leave. It might not end there because just them being physically in the church, that could potentially be the physical obstruction. The main issue is intent. Don Lemon's going to say, I had no intention to interfere with anything. I'm a journalist. This is my job. I go, I film things, I'm documenting things. That doesn't mean, if I went and documented some drug dealers in their place, that doesn't mean I'm a drug dealer. That doesn't mean I'm participating in the drug operation. I'm only there. I'm a reporter. I'm there to report. I think that's going to be Don's strongest defense in this case. And it's probably going to work for him, is that he had no intent to interfere. His only intent was to document what was going on. I know people get really worked up about this case, but this is not much of a case, folks. This is a misdemeanor. It's not even a felony. It's a Class B misdemeanor. That's the most exposure these people have. Even if they were to be convicted, no judge is going to sentence them to prison time or jail time for this. But Don Lemon, he's got a decent defense in this case.